What do you think the barriers are for mothers to be active, and why do you think they exist?
I think the barriers are time, physical energy, and just availability of equipment and stuff like that. And I think the reason that those barriers exist is I feel like it's more a mental barrier. I feel like people hear the word exercise or they hear physical activity and they figure, okay, going to the gym 5 days a week. They figure, finding something to do with their kids while they go to the gym. They figure it has to be me time. And I mean, as great as it is for it to be me time, it's just a barrier, right? They think they need to have this perfect streak. Some people will even get started on the fitness journey, for lack of a better word, and then they'll miss a workout this week, and then they'll decide that next week they're not, I've fallen off the wagon, so they're not going to go back to it. So I feel like those barriers exist more in our minds than they actually do physically. I mean, it is difficult being a mom. I mean, I have 3 kids. It is difficult being a mom. It is difficult pretty much always having a little person hanging off your body 24/7. But I still feel that it doesn't have to be the barrier to you getting in time for yourself and getting physical activity in.
Same ordeal, Larissa.
Same thing for me.
Yeah.
I think being a fitness professional, it's almost like we're a little bit more pressured to fit fitness in. People always assume that just because you're a personal trainer, a fitness trainer, that we must work out all day and are super fit. But in reality, being a mom, whatever your profession, there's always we all have the same issues come up. And I think for moms, what's the hardest part is actually fitting it in. So whether like actually finding the time. And I'm a firm believer that time is usually an excuse. Saying that we're busy really is just another way of saying it's just not a priority for me at this time. And if that's okay once in a while. But just knowing that as a mom, you are your first priority. And that it can be fit in. It doesn't have to be a structured workout. It can be, finding 5 minutes in the morning, finding 5 minutes later in the day, finishing your workout. For, the third time you've pulled out your workout gear that day, you still get it done. I think the biggest barrier is actually knowing what to do, whether or not, like I have all the tools and knowledge to make my own workout, but even I will sometimes go downstairs and be like, I have no idea what I'm going to do. So it's been awesome having the Evolution 10-minute sweat alongs, because I just have to press play and then off we go. So I guess also knowing that it doesn't have to be, like you said, a structured workout. It can just fit in your day. And then also reaching out, finding either friends or hiring help with workout programs is a big motivation. And I think as moms, it just helps when you have that strong sense of community around you.
Yeah, I like what you said about, like, it's just not a priority right now. And I think people expect to have it as a priority. Like, oh, society says your priority should be working out. But if it's not your priority in this season of life or right now, it's perfectly okay. But then if you put that pressure on yourself to make it a priority, but then you don't do it, now that's where that mental thing comes in. Oh, I have to exercise every day but I didn't exercise yesterday and I didn't exercise today, therefore I'm done. No, you can exercise tomorrow, right? You can go for a walk with your kids. You can go to the park. You can run around the house. You can run up and down the stairs 100 times. Like, it's never really about what you're doing. It's just do it, just do it. And like you said, as fitness professionals, we don't always know what we want to do. I love having the Evolution because I'm like, I don't know what to do today. What's the 10-minute workout for today? Or I only have 10 minutes, literally, and the time it's going to take me to figure out my workout, I'm just going to turn on my computer and do that instead. So yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying.
And not have that pressure of, I have to go to the gym for 30 minutes to an hour.
Exactly.
Or if you go to the gym even, you don't want to spend 10 minutes at the gym because you've already traveled there, especially if you're bringing your kids.
Exactly.
Pack them up.
Put them in childcare.
Going in,
And I know a lot of my friends in this season of life have husbands, because we live in a place like Alberta that's oil and gas driven. A lot of their husbands either work really long hours or work out of town, right? Work in married for the week and come home for the weekend, or they're gone for 3 weeks and they're home for a weekend. So a lot of them have that physical barrier to there's no one I can leave my kids with. Therefore, I can't work out. Well, then get an Evolution. Work out at home.
Yeah. I think also too. I think we're less likely to realize actually how much we do in a week, because not getting that workout in, the first and second day of the week, but then you work out for the next 5. I think it's really important to actually realize that it's not just a daily thing. If we actually start to look at it on a weekly or monthly, how much activity, what are we actually doing? I think people would be less harsh on themselves and less likely to judge and feel like they're not getting stuff done.
Yeah, no,
it definitely adds up over time, right?
Yeah.
10-minute increments here and there, or even just like going up and down. How many times do you go up and down the stairs a day with laundry, right?
And I think that's one of the reasons why I like to use the word physical activity a lot more than the word exercise. I think exercise, we're trying to change that, but the word exercise kind of has this, frilly thing around it where it's like this perfect little place where you are at this perfect time doing these perfect workouts that are perfectly coordinated. When you say physical activity, then you're like, oh, so just doing physical activity, just moving. Oh, I can do that, right? Any mom can do that, right? No matter how busy her life is.